Hello, I'm back. This is a okay. This is a little bit of an update on where I have been going so far. So far I have been doing quite a lot of background work. Right, come here. So let's come to this screen right here. This is the redesigned version of my dashboard. I run and I log in. This is the dashboard. Now, the values here are randomly generated, so they're just stand-in values, let me say. These are stand-in values, so they're mostly here to represent what can be done when I get the goal system working. So far, in terms of goals, which is another thing I've been working on, I've been working on getting goals to work. And I have created a good set of methods to do with these goals. So calculating the average attainment of goals, how much of a goal you've achieved on average, the days the goals have been achieved, that goal has been achieved, the total days, excuse me, the total days that that goal has been going, and then setting goal targets, adding goals, and changing the description, deleting the goals, and of course the constructor and destructor. And all of that is shown. I could run the actual app, come here, it's still very incomplete, so we have errors like this. But this is what it looks like. I come to view calorie goal. It's supposed to look very similar to this. Now the design is still very incomplete. I am not, well, no, the design of the screen is mostly complete. This is a design that I'm a fan of. The only thing I need to get working here is the actual goal setting. So I have done a lot of the background code. If I come down here to goals and goal modification, I've done a lot of the background work that would facilitate this. So if came here, right? So yeah, continue. So each of these goals would be goals a user has, and a user will have goals for all of these, and they'll just be targets for certain um, for certain nutrients or water, right? So if I set view water goal, it would populate all of these with information based on what information they gave on the goal. So there would be a description of the goal, which you can edit once you click this. You can start editing. You can post your new description of your goal. And then when you reload, the new description will appear here. So whatever description you set for your goal will appear here. This is the day the goal was started. This is the number of days achieved. I will also add an end date for some goals that I say monthly. Others may be daily, as in every day we just continually do the same thing. And here our average progress would show us the average progress we've made on this goal, say for the past 10 days. So we'd say days, no, we'd say maybe we'd have another box here, which would show us the amount of days that a goal has been going. So not just the start date, but then the amount of days it has been on. We would see an average, which would be calculated from the progress of every single day the goal was logged. So every time a user eats something, that comes. If a user eats some food item, right now we don't have much because I haven't filled these yet. when a user eats a certain food item, say something like this, 8 oats for breakfast, 120 grams, it will be logged into the database. And the goals, okay, this is not done yet. Still having troubles displaying this, but then if we come here, say we wanted to see how much that fares for us in terms of our carbohydrate goal, we would see our carbohydrate goal update. But of course, right now we're not done with that. So right now I am mostly working on getting the displaying to fix, which is done by this procedure here. And it seems that food item information is not being filled, so I need to find out exactly why that's happening. And then once I've gotten that, then we come to the actual progress, or rather goal setting, which what's supposed to happen is that if when a user comes onto this form, which I am planning on refactoring this form completely, when a user comes onto this form, they'll get a small tutorial. Then there will be edits where the user can enter their details, so their name, their age, their details which can be used to calculate their some default goals. So these goals will be calculated based on them and whatever information they give us using a formula that I'm going to bring up when I'm actually doing that coding. Then their goals will be shown to them. If they want to edit them, they're free to come here, or to come here. It'll show them their default goals. Then say view protein goal, let's say they want to change it, they'll just come to this edit, change whatever. No, they would press this, and then they would enter whatever their new goal target is. Once they've entered their new goal target, then they'll be prompted to confirm that they want to update this goal target. Then their progress and their days achieved will be reset, and then that goal will be started from scratch. So right now that has not been laid out, and there's still a lot of small bugs I am working on, mainly in terms of this form right here. Another thing I've been working on, I seem to be unable to go back. I come here, is that searching, getting data on food items is not working as well. These are just some prompts that I was using for testing. And as you can see, we're missing information here. So I need to work on finding out why we're not getting that information, and then get that information shown. So once we're done with that, then I'd say we'd be done with the main functionality of my app here, and then we can move on to the last parts of the app, which starts here on this form. This form is supposed to be a sort of a help screen, which say a user just wants to come here to get help on something, they can always come here, and then it'll display information on how to do certain things. There's a settings screen here which can be accessed from any form. Run, then I enter information, come to user settings. The user should be able to change information here. It's still a very, very early draft of how it's supposed to look like, but this is the general idea. And then once I've gotten this settings menu done, once I have finished up this form and I have dealt with all of the little bugs that I'm dealing with on this form and on this form in terms of JSON parsing, because I tried to redo everything, but I seem to be missing some things, so I need to work on getting those to work. And then I guess a last thing would be working on backing up the database every 5 minutes. Right now, there's a little bit of an issue with moving files, as in deleting files and copying files. I don't seem to be able to delete files very freely, and I want to work on getting that to work. Then once I've gotten that to work, I would generally say that the only thing left is the bugs on this form, which is mainly the opening of this table. There's some issue that comes up when I open this table. Modifying the record, this is done. This needs a bit of work. And then once I'm done with that, then the only thing left, I guess, would just be whatever other refactors I have to do, bug fixes, and other things to polish everything up. So those are my main objectives right now. In terms of everything else, I believe that most of the other functionality of the app is working. Everything else works. Most other things are complete. The only things that now need work are everything that I mentioned, and I believe that once I'm done with those extra little things, then this little, I guess, school project of mine will be finished. And I can look back at this project and then rewrite it in Rust, because why not? So this video was just an update on where I have been in terms of work. This app, of course, things happened, you know, life happens, and I didn't have time to do as much as I wanted to, including recording videos, but that doesn't matter. What matters is the work at hand, and that is what I'll be working on very, very soon. So I might post another video today. This was just a probably relatively short video, just to update on my current progress. And yes, to end all of this rambling, I want to say thank you for watching. Thank you for sitting here to listen to me ramble about this little app. Yeah, I just noticed this down here. It's a bit dumb, a bit of a tangent, but there it is. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you in my next video, and I'll make sure the music comes back. Thank you.